Me and my sister were molested when we were kids. I don't have a whole lot of memories of it, but she does. We were told our whole lives that it was my mom's ex-boyfriend who molested us. About 2 years ago, my grandmother told me some things. When we were little, my sister would wake up and scream, "Dad, don't touch me, stop." And it just gave my grandma a really weird feeling. When we were little, neighbors used to call my mom and say we weren't wearing underwear under our dresses when we lived with my dad. People on my mom's side are accusing my dad of molesting us. When I was 14, my dad would make sexual remarks to my friends. He would call them his wife, make sexual comments towards the bedroom, and just be really inappropriate about it. I know my dad has had sexual relationships with girls that are about 13 to 14 because my mom was one of them, and he was about in his 20s. My mom was 13. My grandma has said there had been multiple women many years ago. One of my father's exes tried to accuse him of molesting her daughter. She even tried to file charges with the police. It bothers me because I feel like it could have happened to me and my sister as well. I think especially with my sister, it's possible. I think my dad could have molested my sister because he's really obsessed with her. They've always been super close. It's a creepy relationship. My dad has catcalled my sister before, walking down the street not realizing it's her, but still catcalled her. My dad acts jealous, like he doesn't want any other man in her life besides him. It's a fight to get my dad's attention away from my sister. We are here to find out the truth to see if my dad molested me and my sister when we were kids. We've heard rumors for years and we have to know the truth.
Your sister makes quite a case against your father about a lot of inappropriate behavior there. Is what she's saying true?
Yes.
Would you describe your relationship with your father as creepy?
Sometimes, yeah. There have been incidents where you just feel disgust running through your body. And you can't explain it, but, you know, the comments he's made towards me and friends, like, you just don't want to be around that. And even to this day.
Inappropriate sexual comments?
Yes.
Okay. But you say you love your father, right?
I do. He's been the only one that I've ever had. So with the possibility of this being true, you know, it just like makes you question your whole life. Like makes you question everything that you've been through.
So you're very close with your father?
Yeah.
When's the first time you heard accusations that your father may have been molesting you?
Around the time I was 15. My mom had pulled me off to the side and asked me if I remember anything from when I was younger, and then asked me if my father had ever touched me. At that time, I hadn't understood what was going on. I didn't, you know, so I got very angry at my mother. Didn't think about it, and then recently, you know, comments have been, or questions have been raised, and then my sister Jasmine, she told me that my grandma has also, you know, told her things about when I was younger. And then I went to my grandma and asked her herself to get the story.
Whose idea was it to come on the show?
Mine.
Okay. So you called because you want answers.
Yes.
Now, you say you're very close with your father. And he's here today. What if he were to fail?
That question I've been asking myself for, you know, this whole time. Like, what if, you know, he fails? I feel like it would shatter my world because he made sure that I didn't have a relationship with my family on my mom's side. So I have never had support from both sides of my family. And if he were to fail, it would ruin. Time that we were living with my father, he had isolated us away from my mother and that side of the family.
You ever see any signs that he have molested you, your father? Any memories or?
There isn't any physical memories that I have like I do of the assault, but there are incidents that has happened of me growing up that have made me question his innocence in this whole, he has catcalled me.
When you say catcalled, describe that. What happened?
So I was grocery shopping and I was putting groceries in the vehicle and he goes, "Damn, girl." And when I got in the vehicle, he goes, "Oh, I didn't even recognize you were my daughter." And like, how do you not recognize that, you know, like that's your kid? He has made inappropriate sexual comments towards my friends when we were minors. Even now to this day, he'll make inappropriate comments towards my friends. When he does that, what do you say to him? I have actually called him out. I'm like, "Dad, you cannot continue saying these things. Like, you're gonna get a sexual harassment charge. Like, this is inappropriate." Some of my friends that he has made feel uncomfortable I don't even have a close enough relationship with them anymore. Like, they don't want to be around my dad or me. And it's like hard because like I'm losing friendships and support because of like the actions my dad has.
And again, you're here today to find out the truth. What happens if your father fails this test?
I would like to convict him. But
Blowing what out of proportion?
Oh, some of the accusations that she said that I touched her or anything that way. I allowed a man to molest my kids. She did nothing. The state of Wyoming did nothing. She tells me one thing, now she comes here and tells you something totally different. I thought we had an open communication. I thought we were honest. Apparently we're not. I took a polygraph to show that I am a good man. I left city to come to pick her up and my daughter, my other daughter, to get them out of harm's way. And this is the gratitude I get. Not only do I get her saying accusations of this magnitude, but the in-laws, oh my God. You know, the in-laws just are relentless. Yes, I dated her mom when she was between 14 and 16. The dates are a little off.
I was told she was 13.
Well, I think she was 16, I can't remember, but that's neither here nor there. It was wrong.
And if she was 16, how old were you at the time?
27 or 28. And so yeah, now the plot thickens. Yeah, the plot thickens.
Did you molest either of your daughters?
No, I did not.
And why do you think you're being accused?
I think that my in-laws have put enough bug in my daughter's head, especially Cheyenne's head, because she remembers everything.
Have you been accused of anything like this before?
Yes, I have.
And how did that turn out?
Nothing ever came out of it.
So you don't believe you were inappropriate at all?
No, I do not.
Even though your daughters, especially your younger daughter, says your relationship is very, and then Cheyenne even admits her relationship with you is creepy.
I call her up and say, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing all right, Dad. Later on, get a call, hey, Dad, do you love me? How much do you love me, Dad? Well, what do you need? Oh, I need this. I need money for this. Can I borrow the white truck, Dad? Can I do this?
So your daughter's like every other daughter in America?
Affirmative. Thank you very much.
But most daughters don't think that their fathers are acting sexually inappropriate with them and their friends.
Well, I don't know how. I don't know how I'd be inappropriate with her. I really don't.
How can you come out here and make it about you?
Whoa, 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 whoa. About me.
You come out here and, I don't know if this happened. You make it about everything else but the fact that I'm the one that's going through trauma.
Whoa.
I'm the one that has to go through counseling. I'm the one that questions everything you do.
Are we done now?
How can you just cut me off like that?
Are we done now? We have.
Mr. Sensitive, huh?
I am done listening to the same.
Me, your daughter, you're done listening to the problems I have, but you want to act like you're so caring.
I am caring.
No, you don't care.
Well, then what more do you want me to do?
Be there and listen, not...
But I can't, you accuse me of being creepy.
You have been. You don't take anything serious. And when you do, it's, I'm stupid, I will never amount to anything, I'm a slut, I'm a whore. Yes, you did. Yes, you have. When I moved out of your house because I was not under your control anymore.
How you doing, Jasmine?
I'm good.
You know, listening, like all of us, your taped version of what's been going on, and you describe a very unhealthy, disturbing relationship with your father and your father's relationship with your sister, Cheyenne.
Yes.
What would you like to say?
I love my dad and I love my sister. My dad and my sister have always had a closer relationship. He's always favored my sister more. He asks, he gives. I ask, it's if I can. I hardly get anything from my dad.
When I can. And then he'll
use it against us.
And why do you think that is?
Because I think he loves her more than he loves me. That's honestly how it feels.
No matter what the outcome here is of this lie detector test, I do want to say, I do feel for you. Because I think everybody in your life has failed you. Any person your mother, your father, you know, even though your mother's not here, and we have a legal release, so I can talk about her.
Yeah.
I believe what you tell me. And that story you tell me about the videotape and everything with her boyfriend is horrifying to me. So if he fails, you know, your mother's just as bad. And she'll watch the show, obviously, because you two are on her. And I want her to know that she's, you know, just as bad as this guy if he fails. Because she allowed you to be molested. And, you know, actually, what you have is each other.
This is all I have.
And even if he passes, you know, he's been not a role model for you, somebody you look up to, a father that you could count on. I mean, he's, you know, at the very least, he's disgusting. But Mark came here, and he took a lie detector test. And we asked him, did you ever have any sexual physical contact with your daughter, Cheyenne? He answered no. He did not tell the truth. We asked him, did you have any sexual physical contact with your daughter, Jasmine? He answered no. He did not tell the truth.
You're dead to me. You're dead. This way, I know the why I hate you so much. I know that the feelings inside me are from pure disgust from you. You should just stop breathing.
You contact us. You'll tell us what his sentence is and how long he's going away for. You can get the hell off my stage. Obviously, the results today are not a shock to you. This is obviously something that you've known or had a feeling about for a long time. But you got closure, and now you have definite results. You know that your father made you a victim, your own father. And when I even say that, it punches me in the gut, just because of the father I am and the father I have. Your father's supposed to protect you, not cause harm in your life. And like I said before I read these results, unfortunately, your mother's just as bad.
Yeah.
Whatever you decide to do with your family, that's going to be up to you. I certainly would press charges against him and make sure he pays for what he did to both of you. I would count on each other before I count on anybody else. Good luck to you. Thanks for coming on the show. Click here to watch more Wilkos. Click here to subscribe and get a front row seat for all the action. Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help.